Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and Tony, roll it.
You have a child you left behind in Brazil that you're sending money to. Can you imagine how you would feel if something terrible happened to Ronaldo?
When I first came to this country, I did things I'm not proud of. But I had to survive.
Did you ever do anything involving a child?
No, I would never.
What about any S&M? Were you ever paid to be tortured?
Once a long time.
Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest today has a marvelous background in film and screen. She also has a delighted to work with the Latino Theater Company again after playing Molly in Sleep with the Angels, Loretta in The Mother of Henry, and Alina in the Mexican trilogy, An American Story. She's here today, folks. You're seeing her right there behind this picture. She's here today to talk about a new play that she has the lead role of La Chap Morales. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elia Saldana. Let me say it right. Elia Saldana.
Yes, Elia Saldana.
Yes.
Thank you, Ron.
Greetings, Elia, and welcome to the Actor's Choice.
Thank
Right.
you.
Question. How'd you like that intro? How'd you like it? Doing that I sat up all night long, just practicing. Okay. Where were you born at?
So I was born in San Diego, California.
Okay.
And I was raised in Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh, okay. All right. One of them things. Okay. So you grew up born in San Diego, grew up in Tijuana. So you've had a good life.
Yes,
You've
excellent.
been getting around.
I can't complain.
So tell me, I understand besides being an actress, you're also a singer.
Yes.
I saw your article that you put out. I thought it was very interesting that you called it Black and White.
Oh my, yes.
I sneaked up on me.
I came out with a
Yes, indeed.
7-song CD a long time ago, but I still like it. I still listen to it and jam out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got, let's see, let me get this here. As I do some research, one of the things that I enjoy is that in 2004, she's thinking about what happened in 2004. What happened in 2004? In 2004, you got your first IMDb.
Yes. 2004. I think I did a short film called Echoes for the AFI. And it was a great experience. My first time being on set. And I played a 16-year-old who was missing her mom, and
what was the name of that movie?
Echoes.
Echoes, yes.
Yeah.
Echoes. Yes. The role you had was Laura.
Yes, Laura.
Yes. Short film,
Mm-hmm.
little drama in there.
It was it was pretty much a drama. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we also went into college, I see. Southwestern College, community college.
I did my community college at Southwestern in Chula Vista, San Diego, and then I transferred to UC San Diego, and I got my BA in theater from there. So, great experience.
Oh, my goodness. Like a spoon, John. And I see you like to do a lot of different plays, don't you?
I do. I mean, I prefer to do comedy, but if that's not possible, I will do whatever.
Plays are nice.
Yes, plays are superb. I love being on stage. I love doing theater. I love anything having to do with comedy or musicals. I love it when I get to sing and dance on stage. It's just so magical. I don't think there's a better feeling than that.
Elia, here's something that I might not have heard from me. that this is a bone. And I don't know the audience, they hear me say this all the time. They say, is that all he got to talk about? Yes, I guess so. What it is, a lot of people come here to Los Angeles or Hollywood. They want to be a star. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on, girl. Come on, fella. Be a star. One guy told me, what's a star? I said, what's a star? He said, rat spelled backwards. I went, okay, I'll leave that one alone. Okay. But anyway, they come here to this town and they want to be an actor or actress. They come in and they do television, they do film, but guess what? They don't do stage. They just don't. What's wrong with them?
I don't know. Honestly, that's really interesting to me. Most of my friends come from the theater and love to do theater, and it's kind of it's always our passion, We know that it's not what pays the most. It's not, it's sometimes, if you're doing a play, you have to supplement your income in other ways, but to me there's nothing like it. There's nothing
Uh-huh.
like, being on stage and that freedom and having your character arc in real time. Film and TV are very technical and very different. So, I mean, if someone only likes to do film and TV, props to them. But I don't find it as satisfying.
Wow. It's I love to go to plays. I love it because you're sitting in. I always go sitting back.
Yeah,
You have either in the back or in the front, right in front of the people. And I like to go in the back and say, all right, let me see if I can hear you.
that's true.
If I can
Yeah,
hear you.
the last row should be able to hear you.
Got you. You trained, or you're going around in different cities. We talked about that. But one of the things that I saw, you were down there in Washington, D.C., New York.
Yes.
I mean, you've been busy.
Thankfully, yeah. I think it was in like 2015 we started doing this play called Destiny of Desire that became really popular by Karen Zacarias, directed by Jose Luis Valenzuela. And we did it first in Washington, D.C. at Arena Stage, and then uh, the Goodman in Chicago requested it, and then South Coast Rep in Orange County, and then we were at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in Ashland, Oregon for
Uh-huh.
about 9 months just doing that show. So it's a really great experience. Then I got to go to um, I was in Providence, Rhode Island doing a play.
Providence, Rhode Island. I've been
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it was
Yes.
great. And it was in the winter. It was really
Yes.
cold. We were doing a play called Fade by Tania Saracho, another great Latina writer. And then I was in New York, in Poughkeepsie, at Vassar College with New York Stage and Film. We were doing a workshop of what I thought was an excellent musical
Oh,
called
really?
Like Water for Chocolate, uh,
Uh-huh.
based on the novel, the book by Laura Esquivel, directed by Michael Mayer, with book by Lisa Loomer, and music by La Santa Cecilia. So I was in heaven, and when growing up, I didn't get to go to theater camp or I didn't know what musical theater was, like all these things. So for me, it was kind of like the the theater camp experience that I never got to have as a kid. And I was there with like just a bunch of Broadway stars, and we were there for
Gotcha.
2 weeks. It was incredible. And then after that, we went to Cincinnati to continue doing Destiny of Desire, and we were supposed to go to Milwaukee after that, and then Minnesota, but that's when the pandemic hit, so everybody got shut down and sent home.
Got you. Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well, uh, let's see. Right now, you got a current film coming out called a TV series called 911.
Oh yeah, I just did an episode of the show 911. I have a small scene as a cruise ship maid, but it was with Angela Bassett. So I told her after we shot it that she made my year because it was so cool to get to do a scene with
What do you
Angela
do?
Bassett.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
No, I'm saying when you meet a person like Angela Bassett and she's been in this business a long time, what do you say to them?
Well, I try not to say anything 'cause I I don't know. I kind of like to leave actors, you know, give them their own space. And I mean, she's working too, and I can tell she's been up every day since like 4 or 5 a.m. She's shooting like got 12-hour days or something. So I know she's really tired, and I know she's like a consummate professional. So I'm just there to do my job, hopefully make her life easier, get the scene done. And so I just, I think I said, nice to meet you, great to meet you. And then we started working on the scene right away. And she was the one that gave me a few pointers. She was very sweet. I was kind of trying to, I think I was like just doing my job really hard. Like I was as a maid, I'm just like, oh, I'm looking at the towels, I'm looking at the soap. And at one point, she was like, I think you kind of want to look this way because this is where the camera is.
Right.
And I said, oh, is that, I was like, is that okay? Like, I would love to get some screen time of my face. If that's okay with you, let's do it. Yes.
Mm, I hear you.
Yeah.
We are here today to discuss, not get disgusted, but get to discuss American Mariachi.
Yay.
Oh,
American
yeah.
Mariachi.
Tell us about it, please.
So this is a play written by Jose Cruz Gonzalez. It's being directed by Jose Luis Valenzuela.
Excuse me, can you tell me the gentleman that last one you said, the director, what's his name?
Jose Luis Valenzuela.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Who don't know him? Wow.
Yes, with the Latino Theater Company.
Yes.
And it's a play about this woman, and it's the 1970s, and there are no women that can be mariachis at the time. It was just kind of like,
Well, how come there ain't none?
I know, right? Barely 50 years ago, and I guess it was still considered um, not appropriate. It was considered a a man's thing, to be able to be a mariachi and have a mariachi band and play at those events. And I guess in the play they say that it was kind of a tradition passed down from father to son. And so I guess they were being very exclusive about that. And so this young woman is kind of asking herself, well, why is that? And more than anything, she has the thing that incites it all is that her mom has early onset Alzheimer's or dementia. And so she's kind of losing her memory. She's forgetting who she is. And then she listens to this record that kind of like this song sparks her memory, and she kind of comes back for a little bit. And so the daughter wants to learn to play that song for her, so that the mom can come back to her. And so it's kind of sweet and sad. And but that leads her on a bigger journey of finding this like motley crew
Yes.
of other women that all kind of want to do it for different reasons. And they become a little mariachi of women, all women.
Yeah. Our beloved publicist, Lucy Pollock, she even
Yes.
sent me something at the last minute, which I'm glad to give her that
Okay.
praise for. It's a video called American Mariachi. Roll it, Tony.
Everyone was singing first their drums and like the women left while the men left you. My dad and my mom was meeting for the best of friends. Mom and dad were so happy.
Now, that's what you call a cast. Tell us about the cast, please.
Big cast. It's great. We have a big cast. I think we have so there's one, two, three, four, five, six, like seven women. And then yeah, because it's the mariachi group, which apparently you need 5 people at least. So you've got someone playing the guitar, the
Mhm.
trumpet, the violin, the vihuela, and the guitarrón. So
Okay.
that's 5 of us, and then we have
Right.
someone. Then we have the actress playing my mother, and then we have another actress who plays Tia Carmen, who she's a professional mariachi in real life, and so she's goes around playing the violin, kind of like an otherworldly presence. And then we have three guy actors playing all the men roles, and then we have an actual mariachis that are playing mariachi throughout the show, and also ensemble roles here and there. So we have there's 4 of them. There's uh,
Um, you said,
guitarrón, vihuela,
uh-huh.
violin, and trumpet.
But
So yeah.
you've mentioned it twice. You said violin. Well, who's playing the violin?
So I'm one of the people that play the violin.
You're one of those persons.
I'm one of those persons. Yeah, there's 3 of us. So Yaya Vasquez Lopez, who plays Tia Carmen, and Joseph, who is also a mariachi in real life. They're the virtuosos, and me, I play, the kind of like the beginner who's just learning how to play the violin, and so it kind of matches up with real life because I do not play any instruments in real life.
As they say, that they call this play, and I love to see hear this, a Los Angeles premiere of a big-hearted comedy with live music and a crucial message.
Mm.
Now that's some good writing.
Well, it definitely has a good message, I think, and I
Okay.
mean several good messages. And with me, like I feel like that's always why I agree to do a play. Like I kind of I have to believe in what it's trying to say. I have to believe in, that what it's trying to say is good and is aligned with my own values and my own goals for humanity, for like advancing humanity for to a more progressive and open and loving place. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this play is in a very special place, world renowned, the LA Theater Center, 514 South Springsteen, LA 9001613.
Yes.
Tell us about
Uh,
the background.
so it's the Los Angeles Theater Center. It's
Uh-huh.
in downtown historic core building, huge building, beautiful. I believe it used to be a bank, so there's still like some vault doors downstairs, and a it's quite a maze. Um, but it has 5 theaters now. On the like when you walk in, there's a huge lobby with like an atrium, and it has 5 theaters. So it's kind of like a really great art center. And right now we're very lucky that there's 3 plays running at the same time. So we have American Mariachi in like the biggest of the theaters. Then we have a play called Ghost Waltz and another with 300-seat theater or so. And then we have Mix, which just opened in the big downstairs theater. So it's really cool. We have all 3 casts, and we have like full dressing rooms because there's three big casts
Wow.
in
Here's one of
resident.
my favorite questions that I like to ask.
Uh-huh.
What excited you or excites you the most about this play?
Well, I think any play that has music is very exciting to me.
Yeah.
I just yeah, I can't overstate how much I love singing. And so anytime you ask me to be in a play where I also get to sing, I'm gonna be very excited. And in this case, it's mariachi music, which, one of my friends was pointing out the other day, like, oh, you're showing off your mariachi chops, and I've never seen you do that before.
Hmm.
And we kind of did it a little bit when we did the Mexican trilogy. Right there at the Los Angeles Theater Center, we got to sing a couple of mariachi songs, but they were group numbers, and so it wasn't as obvious as this play, where I kind of got to embrace that side of me. It's definitely a part of my culture. I can connect with the music. I grew up listening to it. We grow up having mariachi be the
Hmm.
music for, weddings and funerals
Hmm.
and baptisms and
Okay.
uh,
It's the culture.
yeah,
Yeah.
proposals. Yeah, it's definitely the culture.
Yeah.
Um, but I had never kind of, I think the
Yes.
most I ever did was sing a few songs at my cousin's wedding.
Gotcha.
She hired the mariachi, and I got together an hour before the wedding to
Gotcha.
practice. So yeah, it's great. It reminds me of my culture and my grandmother, who
Hmm.
really loved all those songs. Yeah.
The music is great, but them big hats are better. Big hats.
Big hats. Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. I saw that.
It's a feather.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fella just came through. A fella just came through.
Feather.
We got a
That's
couple of photos that we like to show, if you would.
hmm
If you can tell us what we're looking at.
That's me in one of the scenes where I'm first learning how to play the violin, and I'm
Uh-huh.
very, very excited. hmm
Okay. Next one.
This is at the very beginning of the play. It's me and my mom. She's helping me fold some clothes, some laundry, and I'm kind of talking to her about her day, trying to jog her memory and telling her that we had a good day that day.
Okay. Next one.
Ooh, this is at Soyla's beauty salon. We're trying to recruit women to be a part of our mariachi band, and Soyla is a hairdresser who wants to join the band.
Wow. And who might that
Oh,
be?
oh,
Who's that guy? Thank you, Tony.
this is an old picture of a handsome Jose Luis Valenzuela, our director,
Uh-huh.
just right outside of the Los Angeles Theater Center there.
Yes. He has quite a reputation. Quite a
Yes,
reputation. He earned
yes,
it. He earned it. You know.
absolutely.
You talk. One of the things that I enjoy about listening to you is when you talk about your family and friends and how they love you for what you're doing.
They do. I think, you get to a point in life where people get used to the fact that this is just who you are and what you do for a living. And thankfully, you're not struggling, or you're not struggling as much as the early years where they were more concerned and giving you other options, other things you might be able to do with your life aside from this. So now, they just know this is
Right.
what I do. And I also have a 3-year-old son, and
Ah,
it's been great. We've had to take him to the theater a few times now, and everyone takes care of him there. Like the ushers or the director, or then my husband works at the theater too, so it's kind of like a family. And um, he knows that mommy works at the theater, and I just think it's so cool. I think he thinks that, when you grow old and have to go to work, that's where you go to the
yes.
theater.
Yeah, are you going to make this little guy an actor?
I mean, if he wants, I'll teach him everything I know.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's up to him.
I call them the little guys.
The little guy, yeah,
Yeah,
he's the little guy.
yeah. When people talk to, when you meet people, okay, let me see. I'm trying to say three things at once. What advice do you give anyone who wants to get into this business?
Um, I think I would advise them to soak up as much knowledge as you can. I mean, there's definitely these two ships that I feel like you have to constantly be pulling towards you at the same time, and it's the preparation meets opportunity thing, right? So as far as preparation, you have to be honing your craft, you have to know your technique, you have to consistently be learning. And then at the same time, the opportunity part means that you have to be getting out there and meeting people and collaborating with people and building like a network of people that know you, hopefully like you, know your work, have worked with
Hmm.
you. And that's what we call, I mean, in the theater, finding your tribe.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
not everybody's going to be a fan of you or like what you do or what you're about, but when you find your tribe, it's like you've found your family. And I think that changes everything.
Yes.
To have that support and that community, um, both for your career but also for other things.
Hmm.
When I came here, I had no family here. I think I knew one person in all of Los Angeles, so it was kind of lonely, and I didn't know what to do, where to look. And then yeah, now I definitely feel like this is my home. I have my family here, and so many friends, and just I think people in Los Angeles in the entertainment industry, or at least the people that I know, are beautiful people,
Yes.
extremely talented, soulful people
Hmm.
who are just very committed to the beauty of art and making the world a better place. So yeah, I would say that's my advice. Like, start,
Yes.
building your community.
I call it Los Angeles. It is a very nice place. A lot of good things going on there.
Yeah.
The play that you're doing now, do you see it as a possible movie?
That's funny that you ask me that, because just yesterday after the show, someone said that.
Uh-huh.
Someone said, "Oh, we really enjoyed the show. My mother," she said, "my mother just passed, and it brought back so many feelings, and she was very emotional." And then the husband said, uh, "I think I think this could be a movie." And I said, "You know what? I think you're right. It definitely could be a movie." So, and I think it would give an opportunity for the script to be expanded,
Uh-huh.
which I think it would be great. I mean, just expand on the storylines, and um, dig deeper into who these characters are, and why, why do they do what they do, and
Yeah.
what are they feeling, and also the 70s vibe too. You get to uh, make that more a character in the story,
Yes.
the
Hmm.
time period.
Do you see yourself down the line as a director, perhaps?
Oh, you
Nothing
know,
so.
some days I do and some days I don't. I think I'm more like to be like an acting coach. Uh, I like to I like to just look at acting, and look at it logically, and think, wait, why did he say that? Why did she look
Mhm.
down right then? How could this be better? How could this be a
Yes.
better scene? I really like that, and I like asking myself questions
Yes.
about things that don't make sense, and why don't they make sense. And
Mhm.
the writer of this play told me that he thinks I have a director's eye, but
Yes.
then but then when I see the actual director, Jose Luis, and doing what he does, I think it's just a lot more. I mean, it does encompass the acting, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. And there are things within that realm that I don't know if I would be good at or like as much. Like, I see him putting out a lot of fires, you
Yes.
know? It's just kind of like, and dealing, you have to deal with scenery and props
Yeah.
and lighting and what's the best lighting for this and that. I don't want to think about lighting. I mean, I have tissues. I've co-directed a couple of things on film,
Yes.
and that one is I thought was more manageable than theater because you can kind of let the DP be the one to handle all the technical stuff, and unless something looks really wrong to you, and then you can bring it up, but otherwise just be like, oh yeah, you do your thing, and you just focus on the acting and what do you want to see in frame, and so
Yeah.
that stuff is cool. But with our show, there was just like a lot of elements, a lot of technical elements that he's dealing with. And where do the actors enter from? Where do they exit from? The transitions.
Yes.
So in theater, I mean, especially for him, he's very concerned that the
Yes.
transitions not feel like transitions, that they're part of the story, that you're still storytelling. You still have the audience engaged.
Yes.
So it's like, is there music in this transition? And, are you coming in, moving some furniture? Are you dancing? Are you not? Just, it's like, it's a lot. And
Yes.
then, for example, one of our actors, she hurt her foot. And so, we had to have this whole rehearsal where we put in an understudy, and then when she was better enough to come back, another rehearsal to make sure that she had room to change backstage, and that make sure that it was okay that she'll be slower or enter from a different place. It's a lot of technical stuff, and that's the stuff that I don't have too much of a mind for.
But you never know about what's there for you. You never know.
You never know. It's
Right.
true. I definitely the door is open because I do think
Yes.
it's very interesting. And obviously as a director you can't control everything. And sometimes that can be frustrating.
Yes.
But you are kind of in charge. You're the boss,
Uh-huh.
and it's really nice to be the boss.
Yes.
I
Uh-uh.
think bosses all over the world agree that
Yes.
it's nice to call the shots.
Got you. I have a four-letter word. That's my favorite four-letter word. You
Oh,
ready?
yeah, I'm
It's
ready.
idea. Everything you do begins with an idea. Everything.
Yes.
My
Yeah,
favorite four-letter word. Love it.
idea.
Yeah. People might say, that's crazy. I said, no, that's where you started. You start right here. And the thing that cracks me up with all this high technology that we got right now, do you know you can do a lot of things with this little device right here?
Oh yeah,
I call this a
absolutely.
second brain.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't want to know something and I don't know it, I'm okay, Google, and it'll tell me anything I want to know.
I know there's very little excuses now for not knowing things.
Yes. Because we see people going through the generations, and if your son, he's going to have a chance to see technology that you haven't seen yet. He's
I
going to be
know.
doing that.
I know. And I love to say, I mean, sometimes it can be scary thinking about the future, like what's gonna happen, is it gonna be good or bad? But
Yes.
I think in general, there's just like there's a lot of good that happens, and for when the kids come to see our shows, because we do student matinees where like a bunch of high schools and junior highs come to see the show, and it's great. And for some, it's like the first play that they've seen live.
Mhm.
And I say, well, look, you're looking at a play about how women couldn't play mariachi in the 70s. I mean, that was barely 50 years ago. Um, and it seems so wrong and backwards, but for people in the 70s, that was normal, right?
Yes.
So I like to think, I mean, in 50 years, what are people in like 20, what is that? 2074, what are they gonna look back on that we're doing right now and not even be able to conceive that
Mhm.
we thought it was okay or normal,
Yes.
because they're just
Yes.
like surpassed us.
Yes. And you got this artificial AI, that thing's still working
Oh,
around.
yeah, yeah.
Any comments?
My comments on AI. I think I just everybody's freaking out about it, and I just I don't I don't think it does anybody any good for me to be freaked out about it. I'd like to think that somehow, we came up with it, so we'll be able to control it.
Yes.
And we will figure out ways that it be helpful instead of harmful. So that's my hope. And yeah, I decided I'm not gonna I'm not gonna freak out about it and think negatively because what's that gonna do?
We've got a few more minutes, and I want to thank you very much. There was supposed to be a person who came before you, and he or she was a no-show. And then
Oh,
there's a
no
person who's
worries.
supposed to come after you. He's a no-show. So
Ah,
the only one who's been here today, and I want
it's
to thank
all
Tony because Tony
my
is
show.
without Tony, he's our man. We get things going on. But thank you so much. Just got a couple more questions for you.
Sure.
One of them, again, where the name of the play is called?
American Mariachi.
All right, and where's it located at?
It is playing right now at the Los Angeles Theater Center in
Uh-huh.
downtown LA, 514 South Spring Street.
Okay. And what's the run for that one?
So we are running right now. It's shows on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 4 p.m. until June 9th.
Wow. Well, Leo, all I gotta do is thank you very much for being here. It looks like you got another play. Folks, go on and get you some tickets. I mean, that's May 11th through June 9th at the world famous LA Theater Center, 514 South Spring Street, LA 90013. That's 90013. Okay.
Mhm.
And by the way, I want to thank you for a good friend that we work with, your publicist, Lucy Pollock. What a
Lucy,
lady for having you here today. But
yes.
again, Aaliyah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're really happy for you to fill in today. You got anything else you want to say?
No, just if they want to go to latinotheaterco.org, that's where they can look up the tickets. We actually have $10
Yeah.
tickets for any Thursday show.
Right.
So, great deal right there. It's not gonna get better than that in Los
Okay.
Angeles.
I'm
And
gonna put
we
my hands
validate
through.
parking.
Say again. I'll put my hands through the mirror. We can shake your hand. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Only
much,
in
Ron.
America.
Thank you.
God bless you. God
God
bless you.
bless you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to let you know that we're asking the Actors Squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, Curt, who passed away January 20th, 1997, was the husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. So all you got to do is just go to our office. We're at 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Okay. We thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Want to thank our sponsors. Yes, indeed. There's Harvey Brandfeld, Photography is an Art. Ron Irwin's Lose Life, The Way to Lose Weight. Larry Buford's book To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. State Farm agent Carla Green and veteran actor Rob Bronstein's actor training facility and actor space. Okay. Much thanks for our guest today, one and only. She was here today. She is an actress, a singer, Elia Saldana. We thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Actor's Choice is a presentation of B&B Productions. Rudolph Brewington is the president. Sydney Chandler is our executive producer. Special thanks to our ever-growing audience. I'm Ron Brewington. Please be well. We will see you next time. Take care.